Hi everybody, it's Dandruff with your news cartridge for Monday, October 19th, 2015. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the day off as much as I did. I played lots of StarCraft and Minecraft, a little bit of Craft, and even some Hello Kitty Island Adventure. But our top story for today is that Eric Johnson of Valve, the largest online game storefront for PC games, has said that putting ads on Steam is simply dumb. There's been lots of speculation going around the internet lately about whether or not this would be true, so they stepped in and commented about it, in which what I see is a pretty good PR move. They're stepping in and playing the really good firefighter and putting out the fire when there is no fire. But they're still being good about it. Mr. Johnson has also stated that Valve is focused on long-term goals, which anyone who's been a customer of theirs would know, at least if you've paid any sort of attention to Steam and Valve. But yeah, I know, their customer service. I know, that's horrible. Second story. We'll cover that in the second. I promise we'll cover that in the second story. Anyway, ultimately, Valve does care about its customers in the end, which is why paid mods were snuffed out so quickly because of demand, and why we also finally have paid mods, which you could also argue is a legal thing over in the UK, but whatever. We have refunds. It's also why they're also on the same list of companies like Blizzard, to me, that just makes good games. Portal, Half-Life, Dota, Counter-Strike, Team Fortress. They care about their customers having fun. They also know where the future of gaming is going, and that's why I think they got involved with things like VR, as well as the Steam Link and Steam Controller, as well as their operating system, SteamOS, which I think is going to have a huge leap in growth, not only due to Steam machines becoming more available, but also due to the Vulkan API becoming more developed, which would be the alternative to DirectX 12. Vulkan should be available on multiple platforms, and DirectX 12 only available on Windows. So we'll see how that one goes. Finally, to end this rant, the reason why I think he says it's dumb is because Steam itself is a storefront, which is selling things. If you start putting more things to sell, then the original thing that you were trying to sell could get overlooked and therefore ignored. And the reason why Steam is awesome is because it has amazing sales. So gamers can get games for cheap. Because really, we don't have very much money. I don't have very much money, at least. And money spent on products like chips and soda is less money for games. To continue where we left off, where I was talking about Valve's customer support, Eric Johnson of Valve also told Kotaku that he knows their customer support is not where it needs to be right now. And I don't think it's where it needed to be yesterday. I don't think it's where it needed to be months ago. I've seen some pretty weird things come out of Valve's customer support. I troll the internet quite a bit. Things like having to wait up to 3 weeks for any sort of reply, just to have to send out a reply and then wait up to another 3 weeks for another reply. That's ridiculous. Replies in languages that weren't native to the one that was sent, like an English message sent just to be replied in Russian, and then like users having their game removed from their library and then having to wait up to 12 days for a response, only to post something on Reddit, have their issue be resolved in under an hour. Reddit is not a place for customer service claims. That shouldn't have to happen. Things like this are probably due to Valve outsourcing their customer service, which is a practice that is ending. Valve is taking it upon themselves to train and educate customer service representatives, but that is going to take time and money, and they are hoping to have more acceptable performance by Christmas. One problem that they have had lately is a compatibility issue with Steam Link controller and Macs. Apparently, the controller shipped with no Mac support. Plug the controller in and you get nothing. There is a workaround, but the game has to have keyboard and mouse support. You basically just remap the controller to act like a keyboard, and that's a pain in the ass and not what I would expect after paying $50 for a controller. For a PC controller, that is, and the last time I checked, iOS was a PC operating system. Anyway, all cheap shots aside, Valve is offering to make up for this by offering Mac users the entire Valve Complete pack, which is worth $99.99 US and contains the Half-Life series, the Portal series, the Counter-Strike series, the Left 4 Dead series, and more. It's got a ton of games. Kind of makes me wish I were a Mac user so I could have a bunch of sweet games to play on my sweet new controller. By the way, initial impressions of it aren't too bad, and I can't wait to get mine so I can try it out for myself. An update has been released a few days ago for the game Castle Crashers. It's a side-scrolling 2D brawler that's on most platforms, and you can even play it multiplayer locally on PC, which is how I played it. It was a ton of fun. So now that the game is available on Xbox One, they've updated the game on PC with an uncapped frame rate, which I think was dumb in the first place, but whatever. Added higher resolution textures, which will require a 64-bit operating system, but you're probably running one of those anyway, and replaced one of the mini-games that wasn't very fun with a much more better, more fun one. For a full list of changes, see the description down below. According to an advertisement in the UK, the PlayStation 4 will be lowering its price to €349 on October 21st. Seems this was inevitable as the price dropped in both Japan and here in the US recently, but this means that all game bundles too will be lowering their price. So if you're in the UK and you were thinking about buying one, just wait a week. Use that money to buy another game. If this is also true, then the price is sure to drop in Australia as well as the rest of the world sometime throughout 2016. Finally for today, another update has been released for the Xbox One experience. The update was available yesterday and will become mandatory sometime early in the morning tomorrow. Great fixes for things like the friends list not updating properly. Gamers will no longer get an error message while performing a system update, as well as another error message while trying to connect to a wireless network. And now if you're connected to a wireless network, you'll actually be able to access external hard drives on that network. Fancy! Other issues like when you're resuming from standby, live TV will now have sound, whereas before it didn't. There's also a huge list of known issues with simple workarounds to them, so please see the description below for a complete list of everything in the update. That brings us to tomorrow's game releases, which there are a lot of them. For PC, we have Empire TV Tycoon, Knights of Pen and Paper 2, Toby the Secret Mine, Rebel Galaxy, Pulse, Sword Coast Legends, Overlord, Fellowship of Evil, and Fiends of Imprisonment. For PlayStation 3, we have Tales of Zestria, Adventure Time, Finn and Jake Investigations, Guitar Hero Live, Just Dance 2016, and Tales from the Borderlands Episode 5, The Vault of the Traveler. For PlayStation 4, we have Primal Carnage Extinction, Guitar Hero Live, Adventure Time, Finn and Jake Investigations, Tales of Zestria, Just Dance 2016, Air Conflicts, Pacific Carriers, Hasbro Family Fun Pack, Tales of the Borderlands Episode 5, The Vault of the Traveler, and Oregon Trail Complete Edition. For PlayStation Vita, we have Code Realize, Guardian of Rebirth, and Oregon Trail Complete Edition. For Xbox 360, we have Adventure Time, Finn and Jake Investigations, Guitar Hero Live, Just Dance 2016, and Just Dance Disney Party 2. For Xbox One, we have Guitar Hero Live, Adventure Time, Finn and Jake Investigations, Just Dance 2016, Just Dance Disney Party 2, and Hasbro Family Fun Pack. For Nintendo Wii U, we have Adventure Time, Finn and Jake Investigations, Guitar Hero Live, Just Dance 2016, and Just Dance Disney Party 2. For Nintendo 3DS, we have Adventure Time, Finn and Jake Investigations, Dragon Ball Z, Extreme Butoden, and finally, Gravity Falls, Legend of the Gnome Gemlets. That is a ton of games. Thank you very much, everybody. This has been News Cartridge. I am Dandruff. I will see you tomorrow, and longtime Blizzard fans will get this one. How many Blizzard employees does it take to fix a light bulb? None. It's working as intended.